got a good, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum.
Oh, this is blocked. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Shift together here from the D-line. On first down, it's Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Here's Newton now on second down. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
Now it's Newton. It's brought in right side by Ginn. 19 yards that time for number 19.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Stewart, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
On second down, they run with Stewart. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And the numbers down a bit from their Super Bowl year this season for Jonathan Stewart. Did have some injuries. He finished with 824 yards. 9 touchdowns, though. Good in that department.
When it's around the goal line, he's a terrific runner because he knows how to get there, and he can run through contact, run through trash, as we like to say. That's part of the reason he accumulates the injuries that he does, because he runs inside a lot and takes on those linebackers. But they're going to work on Jonathan Stewart in the offseason, get him healthy, and have him back ready to go for next season.
It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So now it's first and goal. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Stewart taking it in. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. And he puts it through. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. They come out here in the eye. Now a carry here for Terrence West. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In this offense, they look towards Steve Smith a lot.
It's a good idea because if you don't, you're going to hear about it. No one plays the wide receiver position angrier or better than Steve Smith Sr.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the starting crew defensively for Carolina.
Luke Kuechly is absolutely amazing. Maybe the best middle linebacker in the game. Not only is he cerebral, this guy's athleticism is off the charts.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
Move 45. Move 45.
3rd down. Flacco from the gun. And it's brought in by Pitta. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Flacco here on 2nd down, setting up the screen for West. 20! And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Terrence West, 48 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point. And this one through the uprights and good. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that...
On second down, Flacco to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Kelvin Benjamin bounced back from an ACL injury in 2015 to really good health in 2016 and had a 100-plus yard game early in the season, so it looked like he was all the way back. But Brandon, the rest of the year, never broke 100 yards again.
That is hard to believe. He had a stretch late in the season. He went 18 yards, 11 yards, 20 yards. That's just not what you expect from him and the Panthers.
Not at all. I don't think it's all his fault, but they're going to be looking for another breakout season from him next year. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw on second down is Newton. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Look, I have to take a second here and talk about Greg Olsen, the tight end for the Carolina Panthers. Third straight year over 1,000 yards in receptions. And guess what? That's the first time that's ever happened in NFL history. 3 straight years by a tight end.
That's really something. Now 31 years of age. They're going to need him next year to turn it around because a very disappointing season.
Not the season anyone expected, least of all the Carolina Panthers, but he is a building block that they can go ahead and get back to form starting in 2017.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
It's the Wildcat with Stewart. And a gadget package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When I was playing, all our defensive coaches talked about when you're near your own goal line and you're trying to stop them from getting in, your heart gets tested. What a nice play on the last down.
A lot of heart on second. Do they have the heart on third? Now the Panthers get set, 3rd and goal.
And the defense has to account for Cam Newton on this play.
After the run, Newton going to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now here come the Ravens. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They start on the ground with West. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
They always that changed in a big way. The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
They come out here in the eye. On the ground, it's West again. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They come up in an offset eye. 3rd down. Flacco needs a decent chunk of yardage. Allen here on the screen. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. and it worked very well there for a first down.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now West. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Whenever we meet with coaches and they always talk about wanting to establish running the football, it's oftentimes with a good tight end who can control the line of scrimmage and the point of attack, and they're becoming harder to find because the colleges are giving us a whole lot of receiving tight ends, former wide receivers who can run, not necessarily block very well. In this case, though, we saw two tight ends on the field, both of them with the ability to block, and he ran the ball successfully behind that power set.
Second down following the run. This is West. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Looking for 2 yards here on third down. Flacco. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love her.
They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And he finds his man, Kamar Aiken. It's a 4-yard pickup. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And that's what you've got your tough little slot receiver for, isn't it? Right there, those fourth down conversions in the middle of the field.
He knows.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Second down, Flacco now. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, when both guys went up for the ball, I just thought, who's going to come down with it? I didn't think he'd come down with it and then take it all the way for a touchdown.
That's battling, isn't it? Because normally, if both guys go up for it and come down with it, the tie goes to the offense. The defensive player didn't want it to be a tie at all. He wanted a little bit more, took it, and went the other direction.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They begin here with a run by West. And he'll take this up near the 35. Hey, Charles, can you give me water? Oh, jeez. Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Second down, 8. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They keep it on the ground. Again to Stewart. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. To throw is Newton. They'll set up the screen for Stewart. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also